The wealthy matriarch returned to surprise her son only to find him with an older woman. Before Alex could speak, Daisy, feeling insecure, introduced herself as his landlady. She didn't want him to know she was divorced with 2 kids, but a woman visiting a single male tenant late at night was clearly suspicious. Just then, her children arrived, and Daisy quickly left with them. The next day, the matriarch had someone track down Daisy's phone number and asked her to meet at a hotel. She asked whether Daisy was really dating Alex, then tried to force them apart by telling her that years ago, Daisy and Mary had been switched at the hospital she owned. She said Alex was only with Daisy out of guilt, trying to make up for a sin he thought he was paying for, and that he would never actually fall for a divorced woman with 2 kids like her. She wanted Daisy to end things there. Only then did Daisy learn the truth. When Daisy got home, she was angry, but more than that, she felt bad for Alex. Growing up with such a selfish, cold mother had to leave him incredibly lonely. So Daisy not only refused to break up with him, she secretly swore she would treat him even better. Alex's mother could tell Daisy was not going anywhere, so she decided to pressure her in another way. She knew Daisy cared deeply about her children, so she called her back to the hotel and pretended to agree to the marriage. But there was one condition: Daisy could not bring her 2 kids into their family. Her excuse was that Alex had never even been married, and there was no reason for him to raise someone else's children. Then she told Daisy to go home and think it over. The next day, Alex's mother even showed up at the house. Seeing someone who had disappeared for 35 years suddenly turn up, the wealthy couple was shocked. But more than anything, they wanted one answer: why had Daisy and Mary been switched back then? Faced with the question, Alex's mother only said one thing: she knew nothing about it. Then she told them to keep an eye on their daughter and stay away from her son, because she would never accept a daughter-in-law like Daisy, divorced and with children. But Daisy's kids heard every word when they came home from school. The 2 of them suddenly realized they might be the reason their mom could not find happiness. And after moving into that mansion, their lives were restricted everywhere. What they ate, what they wore, and where they went were all controlled by the matriarch. She claimed it was to help them adjust to high society, but the siblings knew she just thought poor kids like them were embarrassing. They felt so suffocated they could barely breathe. So the 2 of them made up their minds, had their bags, moved back to the old house, and decided to live on their own. They even changed the front door code, so when Daisy got the message and rushed over with Alex, they could not get in at all. No matter how hard she called for them, the kids would not open the door. They only told Daisy through the door that they were tired. The rich life was nice, but it did not give them the freedom or happiness they used to have.